Oh, you switched to threes, you pussy?
Huh?
You switched to threes?
The threes? No, actually, yeah, I did.
Wintergreen. Oh.
No. So, no.
Sweet.
Actual thing behind this was that I went to 3 different gas stations trying to get sixes,
That's hard.
and they didn't have many. None of the gas stations had many selection, and none of them at all had sixes. So, the last gas station, I was on my way to work, and I was like, "All right, just give me some fucking threes."
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
great.
I took the threes, and honestly, not bad, because one thing with the sixes that happens is there will be a lot of buildup of saliva in your mouth, and it feels like it just is too strong to where like you're getting so much of the pouch like in your mouth all at once, and it just this sounds kind of.
No, continue.
Oh yeah,
I'm bricked.
I bet. So it just was this winding staircase, but yeah, it's not. Dude, come on.
TikTok famous.
TikTok famous.
Oh, and this will actually work perfect because I think they'll be able to see the cards and stuff better when we hold it up to them.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I don't know what I was about to say because for it. I don't know. That was a brain fart. But, anyways, we're shooting on cinematic today, guys.
Okay, so
Gassy.
yellow, red. What's the difference?
Oh, the difference is...
Did we read the rules?
Party, pop culture, scandalous.
Oh, okay, so just red.
Okay, so just read it.
Yeah. So we're playing Incoherent today. Just the guys, man.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. We're gonna be playing Incoherent.
I just fucking said that.
Incoherent is a game that I have not played before, but I'm very excited to play. We do have. You gotta bring some energy, man.
You got it, bro.
You think these people are like they tune in to hear you go. Oh, playing Incoherent. Got a new Carhartt jacket, even though I don't do anything like dealing with Carhartt. No, bro. They tuned in because they wanted to hear us act a fucking fool, and I think today is that day. It's just the boys. It's just the boys.
It seems like we are off to that start. You know, we're already throwing shade. You know, you were doing that earlier too. So I think we should just fucking jab at each other this entire episode.
I think so too. My dad actually wanted to come back onto the episode today. And
Really?
Yeah, he was at my house and he goes, when are you guys filming? And I was like, 3:00. And he goes, I would love to come. He goes, say hello to the boys for me. So, hello from Padre Rogers.
Would he have been able to come if you would have like asked him to?
Yeah.
Bro,
What?
you should have told us.
No, it don't matter. You said, or one of you said that I shouldn't bring guests on like last minute. Remember we said that? We came to that agreement.
We did come to that agreement, yeah.
You're right.
Fuck the agreement, bro. It would have been
That's what I
awesome.
thought, but-
It would have been awesome to have your dad on
Like if you
again.
would have said, "Hey, can we bring my dad?" I would be like, "Oh hell yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I am so
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I am so ready to watch that episode and everything. By the time that you guys see this, it'll already be out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm
I've been
jealous.
behind on the editing and shit, so
No worries.
and I got all these 2.5, 3-hour episodes, so
Yeah, we've loaded you up a little bit.
oh, you loaded me up a lot, baby. Let's go.
Whoa, scandalous.
Scandalous, off rip. Let's go.
All right, so we just gonna each pull our own card, and then we gotta, or is it a group thing?
No.
One person pulls a card at a time,
Okay.
and
Let's do
then
it, though.
but the problem is we can see what it says right now. So
Right.
if you pulled that red card, I know what the turn.
Well,
Or no,
you don't
not
really
that
know
one.
because it's
Or are these all okay? No, never mind.
what's actually
Okay.
the
All right, on the
phrase
bottom
is
side.
on the bottom side. Yeah.
Okay. If anyone has not played Scandalous before, neither have I.
Incoherent.
Incoherent.
Oh yeah, Scandalous. Is
You
what
just
I'm
want the
looking forward to.
you want the scandalous
Scandalous.
category.
Yeah. Okay. So I definitely think we should pull from the bottom.
Okay.
That way we can't like kind of process what's going on.
Yeah, and already have an
Let's
idea.
do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Who wants to go first? Do we want to?
I'll pull.
Okay.
So as soon as I pull,
You only want to show us. Make sure you show us the fucked up side.
okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I flip this as soon as I pull it, right?
Yeah, I'd say somebody else. Like while you pull it, somebody else can just flip it for you.
Okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. What do y'all think?
Single Landerhead eat who mingle. Single.
Let me know when you're ready for So do I read off the back?
No,
Like there's a hint.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a hint. Okay, so on the hunt for a rebound.
Single-handed. Single-handed.
Single-handed. Who?
Ehu.
You got it.
Single-handed.
I believed him for a second. Fuck, dude, this goes so quick.
Okay.
Single-handed. Ihuminko.
Ask for a hint.
Ikuminko. Go ahead.
Flying solo.
Huh?
Flying solo.
Flying solo. Single-handed. What? Ihuminko.
Single and ready to mingle.
Yes!
Let's go.
Wait.
Buzzer beater!
What was it?
Single and ready to mingle.
Oh,
Good
single
shit. Good shit.
and
Yeah,
ready to.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard, bro.
You know who is
That's
single
hard.
ready to mingle? Our boy Sly.
Our boy Sly.
Our
We are
boy
still
Sly.
waiting for another female for Sly
Yeah.
for our next couples edition, man.
Yeah.
It looks like next couples edition, which we already are planned out to do
Yep.
next week.
Yep.
Next week. Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna add another couple because it's like
We need the
we're waiting on
thruple. We need the
Sly,
thruple.
man. No, but it's perfect with you being just like
The moderator.
the fucking moderator
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's beautiful,
love
but I would love to have you have a female on as well, man.
oh yeah.
One of these days,
Maybe-
and then
maybe
we'll get
one
another
day.
moderator, man. We'll just get somebody else, you know.
Maybe one day. Let's
Get Elon
see.
Musk to do it. See if he'll do it. All right, this is gonna be tricky.
It's not like he's got anything going on, you know?
This is gonna be tricky. We
Yeah,
probably
this
should have
was good,
sat that way with
Nah,
this.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's good because we
It's
got the
okay.
camera set up. You're good.
We
Stay
got
where
it.
you're at.
We got it.
Are he amok Randay?
I'm gonna definitely need to see that shit.
Are he amok Randay?
Are he a Mug Grande? Are he a Mug Grande? Are he a Mug?
Give us the hint, bro.
Thank you. Next.
Ariana Grande.
Damn, dude, he's good.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Ariana
come on.
Grande.
I'm the music guy, bro. I
that's
got it.
crazy.
I don't know if I even flipped this, but that was quick.
That was
So-
quick.
That was
That was
quick.
quick.
Which one did you get that from? The yellow?
Yeah.
Yellow's pop culture. Red is scandalous.
Party.
Party.
Louis Party.
Fuck it, dude. We're gonna go with a little party. I like a party. I like a
the
party.
My name's Rod. I like to party.
All right. Seatpeed he hoyo.
What? Seat peed.
You got to read off the hint.
You ready for it? Let's go. For anxiety.
Oh, that's CSP.
I'm not good at this.
CBD oil.
Wait.
CBD oil.
There we go. Yeah.
Let's go,
Good shit.
dude.
Good shit.
No way.
CBD oil. CBD oil.
Yo, I feel so dumb right now. I'm like,
Oh, it gives you the definition as well. A marijuana leaf extract that supposedly cures everything. Is that a hint as well? Like, would you say that second one or no?
I would leave that for the last one, yeah.
Okay.
I would read the hint
yeah.
first since it's a little bit more ambiguous.
Got you. Got you. All right, guys. Not bad. We only didn't get the first one, right? Or no, you got the first one, so we've gotten all three of them so far.
Nice.
All right, let's keep going.
Nice. Okay, real quick. What has been going on this week?
I actually have some big news.
Oh,
I told you guys about the moving in and everything.
Yeah.
It's not huge news, but
Okay.
I'm on the lease. Got my dog in. That was a big concern about
Okay.
going to the apartment with my girlfriend. But we're completely moved in this whole week. I spent the week helping my mom move into her new place and then getting my stuff moved over to hers. I got my own closet there now. I've basically been living with her for the past, I don't know, 6 months or so.
yeah.
But we're finally like, now I have my shoes there, I have everything there. And for me, dude, my life just feels so complete, dude. Honestly.
Congratulations.
That's awesome, dude. Congrats.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
I will say this: I hate moving. Okay.
Who doesn't, bro?
Right. So my thing is though, like I could not imagine being evicted from somewhere because the only thing that gets me through moving is like the excitement of
going-
being at the new place.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's it.
Yeah.
So when I first bought my house, we did like 2 months of renovations, right? And I couldn't move into my house, so I had to move into my parents' place and put all my stuff in like storage for that few months while we were working on
Yeah.
it. Right.
Okay.
Awful. Worst move ever, bro. It was so bad because it was like I can't even be excited.
So did you had to take everything with you to your parents' place?
Yes, I
Like,
moved out of my apartment.
everything.
So I totally did not go when I first bought this house.
Yeah.
This was gonna be my initially. It started off as like I had a buddy of mine who I was actually he was my roommate, and he was like, "How about we buy a house together?" Right, and like I'll pay for half of it, you pay for the other half, and you'll stay there, renovate the place, and then it'll be a kind of like an investment property.
Right.
Right. And I was like, that's a good idea. Right. So I was looking at these places and he was like, all right, we were looking for a few months before that, but then I started to realize I was like, I really don't want, like, this is a commitment, right? I really don't want someone else to be determining the house I'm going to live in.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, I'm just going to do it myself because I was committed at that point of like, I'm going to buy a house. Right. And then I didn't even know how I was going to pay for it, bro. I really prayed about how I was going to buy that house. And I had a month that was like just stellar. It was one of the best months I ever had. And I was like, all right, boom, I had the money to be able to put down on
Isn't it crazy how that happens, bro?
It's insane.
I'm fine with putting this out here. Me and you guys had that talk one time about the financial situation that I was going through, and I had, I think, a week to make rent for the studio, rent for my house, rent for everything, and did the same thing. I'm down on my ass, and I'm just like, well, in this situation, I'm down on my ass because we're not talking about moving. We're just talking about getting through the month. And
been there.
I just I had no idea what I was gonna do, and then spent the whole rest of that day, I think, depressed. And then the next day, it just started clicking. Like business, one client after another. And there's been a couple other situations like that, but I think that was the scariest one because of how down I was.
Yeah.
I was really, really nervous, and then everything just ended up working out. Dude.
The first time I ever moved out, so like the same roommate, right? I moved in with him because it was like a total impromptu that he was like, hey, how about you move into the house? I had a rental property that I was like kind of in the middle of selling for family and friends, but also I was talking about possibly mortgage assuming it for them. And I was staying over in Highland, and it kind of gave me like the first bit of freedom of just me, right? Like no roommates, just me. And I was like, man, this is really nice.
Yeah.
Well, after I did that, right, we ended up selling the house, and I was like, okay, I moved in with my buddy. He had a girlfriend that stayed with us all through COVID, right? And she had 2 kids. So I was like, oh my gosh, dude, it was a nightmare, right? Loved him to death, but did not sign up for that last part, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, anytime that he, like, after COVID wanted to bring her over, he was like, hey, do you think you could step out of the house for a little while? I'm like, sure. I went over to my parents' house, and they were all sick, and they were like, you can't come over here. I was a man without a country. Right. And my dad was like, dude, how about you just like move in? And it was such a weird time because it was right when I was transferring over to the job I have now from real estate. And during real estate and during COVID, dude, like there was no telling when the next paycheck was going to come in because we had no idea. Right. So I was like, dude, I had no steady income, just a little bit of savings. And my dad was like, he always told me this. He was like, dude, once you take on a responsibility, like you're Roger, you're going to figure it out. Like you're going to make the money no matter, you have too many skills or whatever to be able to not pay for it. Right. And I was like, okay. So I moved into my first apartment with just the amount for the down payment. Like I did not have money for the next month of rent, nothing. And I was like, it's going to work out. Like thinking back now, I'm like, how was I not insanely stressed out? Which I remember vaguely I was, but I was like, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I got God on my side, dude. Like I don't have to worry about nothing. You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Yeah. And things worked out to where it was like each month there was always something where I was like, okay, I had more than I needed for rent. I finally was able to stockpile. I was finally able to do this, and then the house thing happened. And it's like, you know, it always, if you put your faith and let you know your faith take the burden, the load of it,
I think
you don't have to worry about nothing.
I think worrying is almost like a spit in the face to God because He's got you.
You don't believe in the plan. It's almost like you don't believe in the plan.
Yeah. He's got you, man.
No, absolutely. I think that's what gives me comfort is sometimes just being in those positions and you normally freak out. What am I gonna do? And then you're just like, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. And it's literally like there's no weight on your shoulders or anything. Like even though you may have the biggest thing ahead of you that's like, I have no idea. And it's not just like y'all know that meme of the dog that's sitting in the house that's burning and he's got a little coffee mug. Like your life,
everything's fine.
Yeah, but I mean seriously, everything is fine. Like I related to that meme so much. But
well, it's like there's a I'm big into philosophy, right? I talked about it a few episodes before, but there's a Latin phrase called amor fati, and it means love your fate. Right?
I think you said this on one of the podcasts before. I remember that.
Dude, so I actually have it like in Greek on me all the time. And because amor fati is just another way of saying like, man, like it is what it is. Like it's gonna happen. Your fate is already kind of
determined.
Yeah, like we talked about it. There's paths that you can choose that you go down, but at the end of the day there's a plan for you.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm meant to, I always have my resolve and I always have my virtues, right? I'm always going to have wisdom. I'm always going to have courage. I'm always going to have temperance and discipline.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to believe in justice, right? The 4 virtues.
Yeah.
That's what makes me me. No matter where I go without a shirt on my back, it doesn't matter. I have those things, right? And I have faith. So it's like you're never truly without anything. If I'm meant to, like one of my favorite philosophers is Diogenes, right? And Diogenes was like to the extreme of like without earthly goods. Like he lived in a barrel in Greece, and he and he was like one of the top tier philosophers. So like people, he made money, people would pay for his lectures and stuff. He did not believe in having anything. One of the greatest stories ever is the emperor at the time went and sought out Diogenes, and he's sitting by a riverbank, right? And he's sitting back, and the emperor, who's the most powerful person at the time, comes in front of him and goes, "Sir, a person who holds fast to their, philosophy is a man of honor, and I want to reward that." He goes, "What can I do for you?" And Diogenes allegedly said, "You can move out of my sunlight." like I don't need anything from you, bro. I have everything, So it's kind of the same thing where it's like you don't really need anything.
Well, that kind of leads to you have everything within you. You have everything you need within you. We create our own problems.
Right.
We don't. It was hard for me to grasp it at first, but really when I think about any problem I have, I'm like, in some way or another, I created this, or I had a part in this happening. Maybe not directly seeing that from the jump, but you always have some type of tie to why things are happening to you and whatever. So, yeah, man. So I didn't have anything to lead off. I was waiting on somebody to grab it. But
I mean, it's true though, man. Like, I mean, I love ancient philosophy mainly because, like, it's the same, like, humans have the same problems they had back then as they have now.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, things are a little bit more wild and chaotic and things move a little bit quicker, or a lot quicker. But, I mean, if Marcus Aurelius, the one of the last great Roman emperors, if he can fall back on his faith and fall back on his principles, and that's all he needed in order to be the most powerful man at the time, and for all of history, they look back on him. If you can run an empire, right, and people can look back at you in history and go, "Man, that was a great man," that's a huge deal, man.
Yeah.
When you have everything, I mean, it's like Jesus.
Yeah.
When you have the ability to have everything in the world, and you choose to do the right thing instead and not take over the earthly possessions, you are forever known as a great person. I'm reading right now Ryan Holiday's oh gosh, the name of the book is Do Good Now or Do the Right Thing Now. Anyway, he's a modern day Stoic philosopher, and he's amazing, right? He wrote a book for each one of the 4 virtues, and I'm reading right now his the one on justice. And dude, there's so many like examples of like, George Washington, right?
Mhm.
Not perfect at all. No human is, right? But
No human is.
to be like, I'm not gonna be the king of America when he had people were pushing him to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
to
he's
be
like,
king,
that's
yeah.
not the right thing. Like, that's
Yeah.
not the right thing. It doesn't matter about your power. It matters about what, you're able to give, doing the right thing. That's, we say it every day, you, at the end of every episode, we're like, do the right thing. You know what that feels like,
Right.
and it's in us, it's in us. But anyway, got off on a tangent there.
No, that was beautiful, bro. That was very well
spoken.
spoken.
Thank you, sir. All right, your first hint. Rough.
Donkey style. Donkey style.
Doggy style?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was too easy.
Doggy
Give me
style.
some harder
A
ones.
physical activity we can get 100% behind.
No, that was good. I think he really technically said it, but
That's like donkey style.
I still haven't even. Do we even want to use this? I think we kind of know when we're just like, all right, just
Right.
hang it up.
Yeah. Call it a
At
day.
some point, it's like, yeah, like, we don't have all day.
All right. Red Ray seeds.
Rubber Reggie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. I was like, Scooby Doo.
Red Ray seeds.
Red receipts. Red receipts.
Sweet. What's the hint?
Red receipts.
Yep.
Red
receipts. Come on, baby.
Oh my god.
Running this shit, bro.
I gotta get one.
Yet?
I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
All right, look. We're gonna. What do you want me to pull from? What do you want me to pull from, bro? Just tell me what you want to pull from. You want
You know what
scandalous?
my mind is.
All right.
Let's
go with some more. I want doggy style. Give me anal. Whoa, did I say that out loud?
For everyone, actually.
Oh, trees hum.
Come on.
This
got
one's
that
so
one.
easy.
I got that off dome.
This one's so easy.
Tree cum? I don't know.
Yo, bro, this is your card, bro.
Yeah,
this is your card.
Threesome.
Dang, I didn't even
That
get
was
the
the
hint.
hint.
Kinky trio.
Bet.
I should have said the regular hint, but I figured you'd catch on whenever I said it was your card. Threesome.
Threesome.
Threesome. You want to have a threesome?
Threesome.
Oh, cut that out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Put it into it.
I'm sorry. Come on, let's keep going. I like this, bro. This is fun.
All right. Did you
You
see
almost
it?
slipped up. No, you're
Okay.
good. You're good.
Berthic hunt roll.
Berthic hunt roll.
Hunt roll.
Berthic.
Sexual safety.
Birth control.
Yeah.
Birth control. Fuck, dude. Damn. You're good, bro. Come on, pull one.
Let's do it. What is this? Hearts seltz or
Hard seltzer.
Bro, what? Come on, where the good ones at?
fizzy.
Nah, hold up.
It's like par
Hold
chart.
on, bro. Hold on. I need some good shit in here, bro. We need some good shit in here. All right. Cub holes, mesh hutch. Ah.
Damn, that I really
Say it.
couples massage.
Oh, yeah. All the feels.
Oh my god.
Come on, Cam. Come on.
don't know. Why is this game
pull
about
another
me
one. Pull
now?
another one. You go next.
Why
Pull
is this
another
game
one.
about me?
Pull another one, bro. You gotta get one, bro. You gotta get one.
That's
What the fuck?
I'll hike, pig putt, sand ike, and ought by.
Oh my goodness. I asked for a hard one and that's what we got. Is this
I like big
scandalous?
butts and I cannot lie.
Wait, what? Let me see that. I like big butts and I can.
Big butt is what got me. I was like, that's big butt, bro. That's definitely big butt.
I'll hike pig putt. I'll hike pig butt.
Right.
We threw off the rotation because
Yeah,
I wanted
it's
you to
all
get
good,
one. But
it's
you
all
got
good.
one,
Thank
bro.
you,
That
thank
actually
you,
worked
thank
out
you, thank
perfectly.
Bop, log, and drop it.
Dude, come on.
Dance
Pop, lock,
move.
and drop it.
Yeah.
Drop it, dude. Pop, lock, and drop it.
Good
There
job,
we go.
good job.
Fuck.
When was the last time you pop, locked, and dropped it?
I honestly can't remember, dude. I did used to get down back in the day, though. So you know,
You used to dance?
I did used to dance actually.
Oh, what'd you do?
I did breakdancing. I actually.
You did pop, lock, and drop it.
No, I did
Pop,
not.
lock,
I did
and
not
drop
pop, lock, and drop it. What was that? There was a dance move that was the pin drop or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Where you put your leg behind
Yeah.
the other one and do this twirl shit.
You would fucking bust your ass now.
Oh fuck yeah! No doubts about you. Should I do it? Should I do it? 500 comments and I'll do it. I'm not doing it. Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I used to watch Step Up all the time, bro.
Oh, yeah.
What was the guy's name from Step Up? What was the main character's name?
Was that Channing Tatum? Who Step Up in?
No, it was the curly head. He had the long hair. I don't know. Anyways. It was cool as shit to me. So yeah, I used to do like.
Y'all were the guys that watched High School Musical, so I don't know.
Hey, come on, bro.
Hey, and wait.
What's wrong with that?
Oh yeah, we talked about you never seen High School Musical?
Never seen a High School Musical.
That's gay. Hog toe bear vest.
Hog toe.
Oh, this actually. Come on, you got it.
It was a party.
The hint is beer, B-I-E-R, whatever the fuck that is.
Say it again.
Beer. Byron?
How do you spell it?
B-I-E-R. I don't know.
Beer.
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
A month-long excuse to get drunk.
Nice.
Took you a little minute, but I think I would have got that one. I think I would have got it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You want to go back into rotation?
Oh yeah, we do that.
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
Sorry.
You know, hoot the haze, hay, up, out, pick sand. Real Wilson.
You know
what the
Hint, large fingers.
You know what the haze, hey, hook. Large fingers?
Yeah.
what the
You got this.
You know what they say about big hands.
Yeah!
There we go. Come on. I was fucking born to do this.
They can hold more popcorn.
That was the hint, or was that the lower one?
It's the lower one.
The lower one?
Yep.
Reed seating air.
Ooh, reed seating.
Receding
Hairline. Receding hairline.
Yeah.
Come on now. Let me out. Let's go. I'm gonna
Your
win.
dyslexia is like really popping off right now.
Glowing forehead.
That's how he spells. He's like
Reed.
Full hip club. Oh, full hip cub. Sorry, I put it out there.
Is there a club in there?
No. Full hip
What's
cub.
the hint?
Red Solo.
Foil cup.
Full cup?
No. Should I read the lower one?
Sure.
The game you play when you get bored of beer pong.
Flip cup.
Flip cup. There we go. Wow, you guys suck, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm
hey.
sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm sorry.
now.
Come on.
Sweet, bro.
Bring it to me. Come on, Daddy Cam.
Bro silly on wax.
Bra silly.
Yes.
Bra silly. Silly on and wax.
Y'all are saying it too.
Bra
Beach
silly.
trimming.
Bra silly.
Oh.
Broccoli and wax. Broccoli. Bra silly.
Brazilian wax.
That's it.
Brazilian wax.
Yeah.
Painful prerequisite to spring break.
Bra silly. Brazilian. Bra silly. Brazilian.
Brazilian.
Bra silly.
Brazilian.
And
You
fuck!
said it. You said it too. You said
Brazilian.
Brazilian wax.
Yeah. Brazilian wax.
And then I said broccoli and wax.
You went broccoli.
I don't know. I was just thinking of anything that could roll off the tongue like that, man.
Foreign shuck his sing. Foreign shuck his sing.
4-inch stuck
French
in sling.
kissing.
French kissing.
Did you hear me? I hope you didn't hear me.
What'd you say?
4 inches sling or something?
A 4-inch sling. Yeah, really calling back to home now.
The hint was Eiffel Tower. You guys
Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
ever did
French.
an Eiffel-
Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Oh,
You guys ever did an Eiffel Tower?
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was cool.
Have you?
No.
Really?
We're talking about what I think we're talking about.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
There was a girl that I went to school with that, the whole school knew that happened to her. And that's what scares me about having a fucking daughter, bro. Like,
Oh, God.
imagine, bro, that, I'd love to do one, but.
You get called into the office, like the school calls you, and you
Oh,
show
man.
up, and they're like, Mr. John Holland, can you please?
Not the little slip of the name in there.
It's like, can
Yeah,
you
sure.
please come in?
Oh man.
Because we need to talk. And you get there, and they're like,
daughter's just
there's the
sitting
SRO
between two
officer.
SRO's office.
There's the principal, the vice principal, and then the two, your daughter and the guy. And you're like, you walk in, you're like, fuck.
What the fuck did you do?
Yeah. No, there's two guys. There's
There's
two
two
guys.
guys.
And you're like, oh no.
And they're all looking at you, so you know this is all fucked. Ah, shit.
There's two
Yeah,
cops
bro.
actually. Well, one's on each side of the guys.
Mm.
Dude,
It'd be awesome to do it, but fuck, dude, I would.
have y'all ever been expelled?
Expelled?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You should know this. Like, you
No,
shouldn't have to think
no.
about it.
I got into a lot of trouble, but I never got expelled. Like
So-
completely
Suspended?
dismissed
Did you
from
get
school.
suspended?
So I
Absolutely, yeah.
had an expulsion hearing on the last day of high school.
What?
You had a expulsion?
Hearing on the last day of
Okay.
high school, right? I heard the band, the walkout,
Mm.
right, of all my classmates while I'm sitting in the back in the thing. So they bring in somebody from the school board, right?
Mhm.
And it's this lovely short lady, right? And she kind of talks like this, like quite literally, right?
Yeah.
And dude, it was a police matter at the time, and they made me read off the police report, and the police report was horrendous.
Oh, man.
Horrendous.
What'd you do?
They had all of my teachers, all of my parents, like everyone was there, bro.
Ooh.
And they made me read off this police report of what was claimed that I did, which
So they're embarrassing you before you've
Yeah,
even been
bro.
convicted. They're just
they're,
like,
they're like, read this real quick.
read what we think you did.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
The court would like to ask the defendant to read.
Yeah.
Everybody quiet.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, dude. And I was
Speak
like,
up into the mic.
you know, I was getting like, bad language, and I'm like, and they're like, read it. I'm like,
Oh, in the report? Okay.
yeah, bro, it was so bad.
What was in the
man.
report?
It was so
What'd you
bad.
do, man?
Yeah, what was in the report?
So I didn't do it. It got
Blamed on you?
yeah, it got
Okay.
blamed on me, right? But it ended up really the way that they did it was so messed up because they made me read it, but they knew that I didn't do it going to the meeting.
That's
Right.
fucked up.
So you didn't know.
Uh,
Not everybody there didn't know.
So my parents didn't know, and I didn't know. That was really it.
Okay.
Right. And then everyone else kind of knew because since it was a police matter, it had been resolved. The case had been dropped. And they still, when they call an expulsion hearing, they have to go through with it. They can't like cancel the expulsion hearing.
Okay.
So when I go there, I've got to read through the whole thing. And then the other party that was involved came in right afterwards. And she ended up being the one that was in big trouble. Right.
Mm.
Yeah. But she didn't get expelled, which was crazy. Well, she did they called it an expulsion, but they expelled her for a year. I'm like, that's a suspension, right? Like, but they basically said you can't come here anymore.
What happened?
Yeah.
So it's actually one of the most traumatic things that ever happened to me. It was.
Do you feel like it's like good? It's okay for you to like say all this on here? Like we're good.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
way past like it's in my past now. You
I
know?
got you, I got you.
Basically, the story was crazy. We went on this trip. So let me preface it. I got accused of SA, of sexual assault,
Okay.
right? And it was something that obviously I never did, right?
Mhm.
But the way it went down was crazy because I'll make it brief, but we went on this trip, and on this trip, this girl that I had known for a very long time was like, I'm gonna hook up with this guy. Well, I was currently trying to get back with my ex at that time, and all these people on the trip, she wasn't on the trip, but all the people that she knew was on the trip. So I'm like, I'm not doing anything to, jeopardize that
Jeopardize
coming
your
home, right?
Yeah.
So, and this trip was an ROTC thing, right?
Okay.
So I was like, and at the time I was kind of like in charge of my group of guys that was going there, right? So anyway, oh dude, so the way it went down was like she was telling all these people that she was going to hook up with me because she was mad at her boyfriend for whatever reason. I still don't know her boyfriend to this day, or even if they're still together, I don't care.
She just chose you.
Hate her, right?
She chose handsome Rogers.
Well, no. Apparently, this guy didn't like me for whatever reason.
Okay.
So there was like
a
this
tie there.
Yeah, there was this motive for her to spin this story of, to get back at him, right? So she had came on to me in this hot tub that was at the place that we were staying at this resort. And I embarrassed her because she like swam up on me and tried to kiss me. And I like stood up and she fell in and like got out. I stayed in the hot tub. I was like, when I stood up, I was like, not doing that. And she ended up leaving crying, right? And all her friends thought I was an asshole, all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, just because I don't want to kiss her is like, she's not, the other way around, this would be bad.
Right.
So anyway, she runs off, and that night a tornado comes through Arkansas, right, where we were staying. And it kills the power, right? So it's like pandemonium, right? I'm having to get everybody back to their rooms, all this stuff. There's no lights, yada, yada, right? She's on the stairs like crying, right? And I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, you touched me, all this stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, look, we'll talk about this later. I was like, I need to get people back to their rooms and you should do the same, right?
Yeah.
The next day goes by, right? We go back to the school. That's on a Sunday, right? Monday, I'm sitting in class. This cop comes to the room. And he's like, we need to speak with Cameron Rogers. Is he in here? I was like, yeah. They fucking jack me up and take me downtown. Yeah. So they take me downtown, and I'm like, what is this for? And this trip was a disaster anyway. There was a dude who had to be hospitalized because he snorted like some prescription, whatever medicine. I think it was actually like caffeine pills. And they snorted them, and he had like a really bad reaction to it. And so he had to go to the hospital. So I was thinking, I'm going downtown because I know about this, but why would they have me like handcuffed? Why would they?
I was going to ask. Yeah, you were handcuffed in the back of the car.
I was in the back of the car. Yeah. So I go downtown, and I'm like 17 at this time, right? And they take my phone, and they're like, they sent me in this thing. They had me in there for like 7 hours, bro. No joke. And they won't let me call my parents. They won't let me do anything. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on, right? And they're like, look, we know you did it. And I was like, to be honest with you, I have no idea what you're even talking about. Like, I'll tell you what I know. I was like, but you got to tell me what's going on. And they're like, we know that this girl. And I was like, no way. Like, what girl, for one? And then they said her name. And I was like, no, this is a huge has to be a misunderstanding. I'm like, because we never even did anything, right? And anyway, they keep me in there for a while. I get out. School calls my parents. My parents come pick me up. They tell me, look, you're suspended the last week of school, and then on Friday is your expulsion hearing, the one that I was telling you about. Yep. So I missed all my finals. Right. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to flunk out of high school because I couldn't pass anything. Right. I couldn't take any of my tests. So when I get to the expulsion hearing, so she went through this. When she got back from the trip, she told her parent or her boyfriend that we had been together. Right. Her boyfriend went crazy. Right. And told her parents. Well, when her parents confronted her, their little angel, they were like, oh, you did this with this guy. Right. She goes, well, no, yes, but he forced himself. Yeah. So they called the cops. She had done this to 2 other guys before, but it never got to the
limits of the guy.
Yeah. Wow. So it got out of hand, right? So they, what ended up busting her, because I was terrified, right? Because I was like, dude, how can I prove that I'm innocent on this thing? Because literally the time that she said that this happened, the lights were out. There was no cameras. There was no anything. Right? So I'm like, there's no proof of this. Right? So Anyway, she goes and gets a kit done, right? And she says that like she said it was violent, right? Like held down all this stuff, right? So I was like, okay, well, I mean, there's no way that they'll get anything from it, right? Never found out what even came from that because she texted her friends who were in the room with her to lie to the cops and said, hey, tell them that he was in the room at this point. And they were like, we're not doing that. And they took screenshots and forwarded it to the people at the office, and they forwarded it to the police. So the case was already like dropped, like proven that I had not done anything because she was lying the whole time. By the time I got into that, but I had to read this police report of what she said happened in front of everyone, bro.
Wow.
But luckily, so from what you said, though, everybody else in the room besides you and your parents should have known that it was already resolved and proven that you were.
You hope. I don't know who really knew.
You don't know what the update was to everybody and stuff like that.
It wasn't. So the way it goes down is it's kind of like a disposition. So like, or a deposition. Deposition.
Yep.
It's like a deposition. So you're on one side of the table, they're on the other side, and they're like, "Were you here at this time? Yes. Did you know so and so? Yes. You know, like you kind of go through the questions and stuff, and then each person has their kind of evidence or thing to say on it. And the way they set it up, bro, like the cop should have gone first and been like, this is what we got. You know, he is free of all wrongdoing on our end. What you guys choose to do is up to you, you know, because there was still some like, you know, the way the situation was handled was not good with, you know, the kid ODing on caffeine, and then, you know, the way it was handled with the people. And at the end of the day, I was in charge of making sure, but really our, you know, the adults should have been in charge, you know. So anyway, they said from there, they said, hey, you're cleared of all wrongdoing from our school. Here's the only thing. You're not allowed to walk across the stage for graduation. When you leave here, you are now an official graduate. And not only did they waive my finals, they gave me A's on all my finals.
I was going to say, because when you talked about that and everything coming out that way, fucking better.
Yeah, better, bro.
Tell me that I have to stay an extra week to finish up, or like, you know, whatever you have to do to make up these finals and stuff.
Right.
But you had a disadvantage compared to everybody else.
I tell you what did fuck me up for a while, though. I had serious trust issues when it came to casual sex or anything like that, because I was like...
No, I'm actually kind of glad that you brought this up, because I have my own story that didn't go that far at all.
I have something similar to it.
Cool. We're just going to go around the table and share our accusation stories, I guess. Yeah, there was... This was after high school and stuff. I think I was going to college at the time. Either that or I just got out. And I would always be on Tinder. You know, I'd meet girls on there. Sometimes we'd meet up. Sometimes we wouldn't. You know how it goes. There was this one girl who lived, I think, like an hour away. And we had been talking for a while. And it was set up to where I was going to go to her house during the night, because it was like a sketchy thing where it was like her dad would be gone, you know, stuff like that, whatever. So I went to her house, and before we had went inside, I had a gravity bong in my car, okay? Don't ask me why. I'm going to tell you why, though. I'm a cheap guy, especially at that time. I was... it
was like the water bottle in a cup.
Yeah, the water bottle in a cup with water, and then I had a... what are those things called? A socket. I had one of those sockets melted into the top of the cap.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would take this everywhere I went. Stupid idea. Please don't do it. Writing around paraphernalia is probably not a good idea.
No.
There's no explaining that one away.
So what's this contraption you got? It's my water. It's my water bottle.
I like drinking out of sockets.
It's fucking dirty. Why is it dirty?
What's the smell?
Oh, it fucking reeked. Anyways, so yeah, I was going through it. This is the time I was going through it financially. I'm a broke teenager at this time. So I get to her house. I've got that gravity bong with me, And I told her, come out to the car, let's hit this gravity bong real quick. Well, I asked her if she smoked and all that. She said yes. I said, cool. I kind of just gave it away of where we're going with this, but I hit the gravity bong first. It still got more green in there. So I passed it to her, let her hit it, coughs her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, I can't confirm this one, but I believe I asked her if she had ever hit a gravity bong before, and she hadn't, because I think I had to either show her or actually do it for her. Anyway, so she coughs her ass off, and then I'm like, you good? Because she's caught like bad, bro. I'm talking 10 minutes of coughing. She's like, yeah, I'm good. We go inside. Cool. We go inside, lights off and stuff, and basically just like go to sleep. Some other things happen in there too that I'm not just going to dive in on, but we go to sleep. The next day, I leave at like 6 a.m. because her dad's supposed to be coming home or something like that. I dip out, don't talk to her for I think like a week, and then I hit her up, and I was going back trying to go back for seconds, basically. I hit her up, and she said, I don't remember what happened last time. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know what happened? She was like, I don't remember anything after I hit that bong.
Oh, God.
Automatically, I'm sitting there. I start getting scared.
Sweating, yeah.
Because
immediately,
no matter what, just being in that position, I feel like as a man, you're innocent until proven guilty, but still having things
but not
like that.
really. Not
really. And then also just having
no.
stuff... Right. Having stuff like that tied to your name.
Yep.
If you go to court, if you people find out about it, now those people remember you as this person, whether you were found guilty or not.
Yep.
So, obviously, I'm shitting my pants. And I asked her, I was like, so, let me just get this straight. Like, are you trying to say that I laced you? Or are you, like, under any impression that I laced you or anything like that? Luckily, she was cool about it. She was like, I'm not saying that you laced me. I'm just putting out the fact that I don't remember what happened after that. And I was like, cool. If we can just leave it at that, I would still like to link up. We don't have to smoke and all that. We don't have to smoke and all that.
I'm going to let you remember that.
We can run that back with better memory this time. But yeah, and she was really cool about it. And nothing came of it. But that was a time where I was super scared. I do have another story, but I'm gonna let Sly go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The story. My next one is actually where I almost got accused and shit. So.
No, so I'm 17 at the time. I'm in Spanish class. There's this girl who sits next to me. Sweet girl, but it turns out she was sending nude pictures to other guys, right?
Okay.
And she it was like habitual, like multiple different guys.
Yeah.
So she, one day she comes into class, and she wasn't like acting any weird or anything, but she goes, "Hey, could you hold my phone for a minute?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Took it, put it in my bag, and she gets called out of the office. Called out of the classroom to the office.
Okay.
And she like maybe 15 minutes later, the SRO officer comes to the classroom and goes, "It's Sylvester here." And I'm like, "Shit, yeah, it's me, what's up?" And he goes, "Grab your bag and come with me." So, all right. And he goes, we get into the hallway, and the assistant principal is out there too. And he goes, you got that phone?" I was like, "What phone? Are you talking about my phone?" He's like, "No, you know what phone I'm talking about." I was like, you talking about that girl's phone?" I'm not gonna say her name. And I was like, yeah, I got it. It's in my bag.
Sorry.
I was like, yeah, I got it. It's in my bag. And pulls her out, and they start going through it.
Hey, let me hold that one.
They start going through it, and they're like, "Wow, yeah." It's like, "How old are you?" It's like 17. It's like, you know you can go to jail for this, right? It's like, "Jail for what? What are you talking about?" It's like, "Well, you're in possession of minors' nudes."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's not my phone. She just handed it to me, told me to keep it." So basically they went through my phone and saw that I didn't have any images from her, and went through her phone and saw that she didn't send me any. But yeah, that was like the closest thing that I had to that.
So
like,
did she set you up? Was this like a...
No. I think she knew that she was going to get in trouble, and they called her to her office, pressured her enough to be like, okay, yeah, so-and-so has my phone in his bag. So that's... Yeah.
Okay, so they wanted her phone, and you kind of... She was just using you as hold it. She wasn't planning on telling anybody that you had the phone.
Yeah.
And then they made her crack.
Yeah.
So to kind of play off of a little bit what you said, right? So when they took my phone, right, I was nervous because I had a girlfriend at the time, and we're both 17, but like still, you know, it could be an issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
They downloaded everything off my phone, and the crazy part is, and just to clarify here, I don't, there's a few parts of that whole ordeal that actually are like blurry in my mind for some reason. And talking to getting therapy, was like, that's kind of something that happens with a traumatic event like that. Like you can't remember a lot of it.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing part about it is that like, it's small things. Like, I don't remember leaving the police station. I don't remember like there's a buddy of mine who swears that like, hey, you kissed her. And I was like, I don't remember that at all. And he's like, yeah, like it was outside, all this thing, because we were doing like capture the flag or something like that, like on the grounds. And he's like, and we were over by the water and you kissed her. And I was like, bro, I swear, but he swears to this day that happened. And I'm like, I don't remember that at all. And another thing is like the handcuffs thing. They swear that they didn't take me out in handcuffs to the back of the car. But I remember distinctly like being in handcuffs in the back of the car. It's weird the way your memory will play with you.
Yeah.
Over, and it's been obviously almost a decade now, which is but it's weird how like events like that, like I remember when my dad when he got his arm smashed, he can't touch the top of his head or anything like that, like he has no supination in his right arm.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he flipped he got a full metal arm pretty much on the inside. He can barely move his arm. When that happened, I remember 100% third person, like being outside of looking at the situation from looking at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember hardly anything.
That's such a crazy thing. What is that called again?
I don't think it was out of body experience.
Yeah,
maybe
I
it was.
think that's what they call it though. I've heard so many people talking about out of body experiences.
I saw it happen and I thought he died. Like, I straight up thought he died. And I remember yelling. And I was sitting on top of a four-wheeler, and it was a side-by-side they were in. It was a Yamaha Rhino.
Mm-hmm.
And it flipped, and I heard a huge crunch. And it's like, it's a bone crunch. There's no difference. You always know, right?
Yeah.
And even when I was that age, I was like, I was 8 or 9 at the time. I remember that crunch and thinking, he broke his neck. Like he's dead. You know what I mean? So I was screaming, and all I remember is looking behind me, sitting on the four-wheeler, and me yelling, but not me yelling. Yeah. You know what I mean? Wow. I don't remember walking to the car.
Literally a third person.
Yeah. I don't remember walking to the car. I don't remember because I remember him, when he finally got out, his arm was a complete S. Like, it was 100% S. And he was walking kind of like what's that alien movie? God, doesn't matter. Alien. But anyway, yeah. War of the Worlds. Do you remember the first time that they see an alien on War of the Worlds, and it's like at a children's birthday party, and he's walking across like that?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Anyway, yeah.
Is it an older movie or newer?
Kind of older. I think it's like early 2000s.
Okay. Old now. It's crazy to think that shit's old now.
Yeah, it's 20 years old now.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's that, and then corresponding events after, like the relief of being like, okay, you're free to go. You know, I only dealt with it for a week. You know, of the anticipation, everything. I don't remember anything from that week.
Wow.
Nothing. I don't remember because I was at home.
Mm-hmm.
I should remember it. I don't at all. I don't remember a single moment before the expulsion hearing or anything. And afterwards, we kind of like obviously went out looking for legal advice, right? Like what's some, you know, because my name was the problem that I had an issue with is like now, you know, most of everyone who knew me was like, Cam would never do that.
Yeah.
Ever. You know what I mean? So, and then my friends, you know, of course were like, dude, yeah, we knew, you know, you had nothing to worry about, all this stuff. And so we wanted to file a defamation suit.
Yeah, I was about to say defamation. For sure.
So we were going to go for a defamation suit. And then when we talked to a counsel, they were like, because she's underage, it's not going to affect her. It's going to, they're going to garnish the wages of her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, I had to put myself in their shoes because I was like, if your daughter, and they don't know about the previous events of her making claims. I don't think she did, or they did.
Yeah.
But if my little sister came to me and was like, hey, this happened to me, bro, I'm seeing red.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you know what I mean? And like, you know, someone's going to die, you know? I was in kind of their shoes where I was like, dude, I think they did the best course of action of going to the police. And you know what I mean? Like, they didn't know that it was.
You weren't mad at them, and it wasn't.
But it was going to affect them directly. Not her. You know, she ended up going to a Brentwood mental hospital. That's where they put her.
That's probably good, because if you did go through with it, it still would have affected her because it affected her parents. But you're getting to her the wrong way, almost. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you'd rather, if you want to get at her, you want to get at her directly.
It didn't feel like justice.
Yeah, not have that
really
whole loop around to this will affect her because, you know. So I think that probably worked out the best. So
and forever, I mean, as much as I know, like I had people who were friends there after the fact, and they were like, dude, nobody wanted anything to do with her. Because as soon as it came out that she makes that claim, it's like, you know, there is a lot, it's kind of an unspoken epidemic of, I mean, all three of us have stories of accusations.
Right.
And it's like, that ruins people's lives, bro. Right now, there are people who did not do what they were accused of doing sitting in jail right now.
Absolutely.
You know, their lives are ruined. Or not ruined, but greatly affected.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's like...
And some of them ruined, dude. I mean, I feel like especially the more successful you are and the more that you have to come after you for, I guess, it seems that it happens more, like, obviously, like, with athletes and stuff like that, celebrities, like, it happens with them, too, and then...
Oh, and I want to say this right here. Let it show on the record. Guarantee you, bro. If we blow up after talking like this story is gonna come up again.
What, the one that you were just talking about?
Yep. I guarantee you. If this podcast, or when this podcast blows up, if she ever gets wind of seeing that episode, I don't care, because I know I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, there's proven that I didn't. But there will be like comments or something like that end up on the video, because even to this day, like there was she deleted like all of her Instagram, Facebook, all of that, but her friends, she posted a story that was like, it's not over, it's not, the truth will come out, like all this stuff after she already went to this mental hospital and everything for it. And it's like,
after that,
you're like, okay, bro, you know, and it's,
I'm convinced. I think I did it now.
Yeah,
I think I did it.
It's ego, bro. It's ego is what it was. You know, she got busted. It fucked up her life for that time
Reputation,
being.
life.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, you some people just aren't willing to take the L. And I think some people genuinely, like pathological liars, dude, they believe it.
Oh yeah.
Like I think
Absolutely.
that they believe
but
it.
some people will just fight it to the death. Like some people are just literally,
and know they're wrong. They're
so stern that they're like, you will never, ever, I will never admit to this. I will never.
It's
just-
That she lied about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
It's like, and that's what's scary, bro. Because it's like you could be sitting in prison, and like this is the kind of person that she is that I found out that she is.
Mhm.
You could write her and be like, "Look, I'm getting beat up every single day. My life is ruined because of you. Just come out and say that you didn't. Like there won't be any recourse," and they would never do it.
No,
Because it's out of sight, out of mind.
They don't care.
They don't see it happening. They have nothing to do with you at this point. They just in their mind know you're there. Cool, I'm out here. Life's great. I'm still living on, and it's fucked up. Man.
I was having a conversation with one of my friends who had been involved in things that he did not want to be involved with, but it was just the lifestyle that he had to adopt.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, man, there's something to be said about somebody who's like, I took the wrong way about it because I truly, okay, let me first say, I was like, there is some kind of like badassness that comes from somebody who's like, all right, I'm gonna go and kill that guy, and they go and do it. You know, and I'm like, shit. Like to be able to stand on business like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, bro, it's being a total idiot. It's not being able to think past the moment that you're in right now, or you care more about what the people around you think than what your future holds.
Yeah.
So they'll go out and just pop somebody and kill them. You know what I mean? So it's kind of the same idea. It's like there are people who are born or raised, I don't know, who just cannot look past into other people's future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, what's going to be the reaction, or what's going to be the action, or excuse me, what's the reaction of the action that I take?
Mm-hmm.
They just can't think past that.
Yeah.
And there's people like that who they don't care. They're like, I don't, literally something so small as making someone jealous, I'm willing to throw away somebody's entire life over that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And I think it's acting out of, I think one small decision leads to a longer road of, that's the biggest thing about lying and stuff, is that like if you lie and you know you're lying, later down the road, like in the moment you're just like, oh, they believed it, things are cool. Later down the road, things just come up randomly and pull it out, and you're like, oh, I still have to lie about that shit. And even if you don't care about it, it's gonna follow you. It's gonna follow you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all three, I've lied before plenty of times, and I have had it bite me in the ass, I think, more times than not.
And at the end of the day, fuck karma, even if it never comes back to you, bro. At the end of the day, going back to what we said, it will. It will.
Yeah.
But take that out of it. Say it doesn't, right? At the end of the day, you have to look at yourself in the mirror. And then at the very end of the day, you going to have to speak on it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to answer for everything that you lied about and the people that lives you hurt.
I love that you said that. That was one of my dad's things that he always said my entire life, was always just, I'd ask him why he'd do certain things, even though I felt like he should have done something else. He said, because I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror, or I want to be able to sleep tonight, same thing. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and know that man in that mirror is a truth teller, is a good man at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, thank you for joining us. I know we got a little deep on that one. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Leave a comment on what game you want us to play. Hit a like. Maybe show a friend. I know somewhere in our audience can definitely relate to this.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
But
more than not.
Yeah.
Always, always, always be a good one. You know what that feels like, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out.